Hey guys, it's Winterwolf and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another speed build of a shell challenge by Jannard, aka Nardvillain on YouTube. He is a small Sims 4 YouTuber who does Let's Plays and gameplay stuff and then also speed builds, usually modern. And this is his very first shell challenge. So I highly suggest you guys go check him out. I will put links to his YouTube channel down below, probably the video touring it, because this is due on March 28th. It's currently March 25th as I'm making this voiceover, so I highly doubt that I will be uploading this before the deadline. So I will upload, when I upload, I will make sure to link either his channel or the video he's made touring the shell entries so that you guys can look at it. But yeah, I highly suggest that even if you guys are past the deadline, you can try out this challenge. It was a lot of fun. The shape was really interesting. He adds a lot of pivots. You can see right here there's a lot of divots and just like weird little blocky issues here. Under here he has like all these weird balconies that you have to use. He does allow you to add more balconies. I think his rules are actually a little bit more strict than usual shell challenges. So yeah. So what we're looking at now is what he had intended to be as the front of the house. You'll see that in my speed build, I end up switching it over so that I believe this is the front of my build. So yeah, making this build was really difficult. When I first looked at the shell, the first thing I thought was modern. Obviously, I think anytime you look at a bunch of boxes, you sort of see modern, but with this one especially, I saw modern because I felt like trying to shave this as a normal house would be very difficult. I mean, if you guys, I think there are a couple of people, I was looking at some entries that did do traditional homes, and I have no idea how they managed to make it look normal, because to me, I would never know how to roof this as like a traditional suburban house with a gabled roof. But yeah, so when I did this, I was thinking modern. I ended up switching it on this side almost immediately because I just felt like putting it this way made the house look too fat or like too wide. So that's why I ended up switching it over to this side, especially because I think I thought I could play around with the divots a little bit better for the interior or for the exterior entryway. One thing that was really difficult with modern builds is that I don't necessarily have that intuition yet on how to makes really cool little things in modern builds. So a lot of times I use reference pictures to decide how I want to make the exterior. Like I'll mesh two different pictures together or something. Because this is a shell challenge, I can't alter the exterior walls or anything like that. So this was very difficult to figure out what type of modern shape I wanted to do. And then the interior itself is pretty simple. When you see my challenge, I have the entryway here, basically, and then you walk into a kitchen, open staircase, and then this is a closed-off dining nook. Upstairs entire space here is a open staircase that looks down onto the first floor. This is a bedroom, bathroom, study nook, and then living area. So it's a 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, because I ended up adding a bathroom here as well. I didn't actually playtest this when I made it, but anyways, so this was actually pretty difficult, and despite the size of this shell, I feel like it's a pretty small shell. I mean, this is a 20 by 30 lot right now, and you can see that barely takes up the space. I think this would probably fit on a 20 by 15 or a 20 by 20, so this was a pretty small shell, despite the fact that it kind of looks large when you look at it. So yeah, that was one thing I really struggled with, because I was trying to put in 2 bedrooms, and then I realized there was no way, and there was just no chance to fit 2 bedrooms into this house and also have a nice looking modern build that has a lot of space and open floor plan and nice fancy staircases and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna get into the speed build. I've blabbered on for about 5 minutes about the shell. Now that you've seen the shell, we're gonna get into the speed build, yeah. Alright guys, so heading into the speed build now that I've shown you the shell, you can see we're already not starting with a blank canvas. I want to apologize this really quickly in advance. I did end up not recording a few things when I was doing the shell, and that's because this shell took me a long time to do. It's only a 10-minute video for you guys, but there were so many things that I just did not record because I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then on top of that, The Sims has been kind of glitchy recently. I think we've all realized that The Sims has been kind of glitchy, especially with, it's been glitchy since the platform update, which is understandable because it was a massive update, but it hasn't been fixed yet. Hasn't been fixed yet, so the game does glitch a lot with platforms, and I was so blessed that I didn't have any of these glitch issues, and now I'm starting to have the glitchy issues that other people were complaining about. I've also had this issue where items randomly delete even with move objects on. Like, I'll add a wallpaper and a plant from the second floor, 3 floors away from me, somehow ends up getting deleted from me adding a wallpaper. I don't really know what's up with that, but it's happened a lot with my builds recently, and it's thoroughly annoying because even with move objects on, it does that, and I don't really know why it would, because it's move objects. Like, why would you? I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna rant. Yeah, so this house took a long time, so you guys don't see all the footage, unfortunately, so I'm sorry if that bothers you guys. It definitely would bother me if I were a viewer, but I didn't want to make this a 40-minute video, and you guys already know that I don't cut my footage down because I'm lazy, and I don't have time to watch all my 1 hour, 30 minutes of my footage beforehand, so, yeah, you guys, yeah. I did end up recording the landscaping, which you guys know I sometimes don't record. This house is very different from what I usually do. As you can see, it's split living. So the first floor is entirely the kitchen and dining room, and then the second floor is the living space and a bedroom and a bathroom. Or no, the first floor has a bathroom as well. You'll see here that I'm using the counters from the patio stuff pack, except they're facing the wrong way. So they're not functional, but there is an island table that will be functional, so you can still cook in the house. No worries there. This island is functional, and then you'll end up seeing that I have this really beautiful, like, open shelving. I love the open shelving I did in this house right here. I think that's my favorite part of the whole build, is this massive, like, open shelving. You also see that I ended up adding this super cool thing to make the fridge look inset, like, built in, and it is still functional. So yeah, you'll see that at the end because I don't think I recorded it, and it was a last minute choice that I made. So yeah, so I know I really wanted, the reason why I only have, like, the first floor is the dine is, for one, I feel like a house like this would have, like, a really nice kitchen space, but two, I wanted to have a really grand staircase. Like, I probably could have found a way to fit, like, the dining room over there and then have a bedroom in that dining corner instead, but because I wanted to have this grand staircase that's 2 tiles wide, it just took so much space. I mean, staircases just take so much space, it's ridiculous, but I feel like modern homes would always have a very grand staircase, and it makes me really upset when I have to add, like, a tiny staircase to my build. But this time I wanted to showcase the staircase, so you'll see that that's why it's so massive, and that's why this house is kind of small, and only has 1 bedroom. So usually I try to fit as many bedrooms in as possible. You guys know that I love trying to fit as many bedrooms in as possible because I just feel like most people don't play with only 2 Sims. This is a very family-oriented game, so I would be surprised if you guys only played with 2 Sims. And because I couldn't add any extensions to this house to make it larger, that's why we only have 1 bedroom. So this would be a good family for, like, or a good house for a really rich single Sim. Not really rich, but I believe this house is somewhere between 130 and 160,000 simoleons, so it's definitely not anywhere near starting funds at all. So this would be maybe something, I feel like a YouTuber would have this kind of house, maybe like a big wig YouTuber, or maybe I don't know, an artist maybe. I feel like I used a lot of Journey to Batu. You guys know that I actually really like Journey to Batu. I like the items in Journey to Batu. I really like using them in modern homes because I feel like when used correctly, they can pull off as a really cool piece of art. A lot of the clay pots, I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. A lot of the clay pots in Journey to Batu are really, really good art pieces. So I did use Journey to Batu in this house. You'll see that I have wall decorations. Obviously, the majority of the wallpaper is from Journey to Batu. So if you guys don't have Journey to Batu, you will massively have to revamp the wallpaper system in this house. But yeah, other than that, I didn't have any pack limits for this build. It is a shell challenge after all, so I wanted to be able to put as much in as possible. Usually this video is pretty short, but I decided to do a voiceover anyways because this is for, did I even mention? No, I did mention. I don't know why that, I was like, did I mention who this was shell challenge for? But yeah, so like I said, I'll have his channel linked down below and all that good stuff, so you guys can check it out. I don't think I'll be posting this before the deadline. The deadline's the 28th, and as I'm doing this voiceover, it's already the 25th. So what I would encourage you guys to do if you've seen this is, one, that you can still download it even if he's not going to check out your build, because shell challenges are always fun. I don't know why I'm having trouble speaking today. I am so sorry. I'm also noticing that I'm speaking a lot quicker. Possibly because this video is kind of short, so I'm trying to fit in as much as possible. But you guys can definitely still do the shell challenge. I encourage you to, even if it's past the deadline, because it's just so much fun to do. And I'm sure he probably still, I wouldn't be, actually I shouldn't say I'm sure. I should say I wouldn't be surprised if he still checks them out on the gallery past the deadline, because if I were, you know, a smaller YouTube that didn't have millions of incoming builds, which is what's really great about being a smaller YouTuber, is that you get to interact with fans more so than, say, bigger YouTubers like Little Simsy or Delicacy. You know, the people who follow you are people you know. And I actually really like that. I like the community. I don't know if I would ever want to be, you know, hitting over millions of subs. Just because I feel like it would be a lot to handle. I feel like I would lose the whole point of the personality. But I guess that's what's good about being on multiple platforms at that point. Because I feel like Little Simsy, for example, even though she's on, like, she has 1 million subs or something, right? Does she have 1 million or 2 million? I think she has 1 million. But despite having 1 million subs, she still manages to, like, tweet with her followers and, like, participates with them on Twitch. And she has her Discord channel. So maybe that's not true. I'm not sure. Anyways, I highly suggest you guys try the shell challenge even if the deadline's over. And then also, I highly suggest you guys go ahead and watch his video. I don't know if it's going to be out yet or when it's going to be out. But given the fact that the deadline's 28th, I imagine he probably would post a video by the 31st or something, or by the end of the month. Maybe even on the 28th he'd end up posting a video. I'm not sure. But go ahead and check out his video when it comes out. I'll link his channel down below. So I feel like I just repeated myself for the last 10 minutes. Anyways. Yeah. So this house is really neutral, as are most of my modern builds. I don't make very many colorful modern builds. Although if you saw my most recent build, one of my most recent builds, the Oasis Springs Modern Home. It's basically a ginormous rectangle. That has a very colorful color scheme. Let me tell you, it was very different than what I usually do. Anyways, yeah. And then here you have the desk nook, because obviously no house is fit without a desk nook, and I ended up changing it so that the Journey to 2 end tables are sort of used as the desk. I forgot to test whether that was functional, so that's my bad. Although usually if things like that aren't functional, if you can just drag over the size down table a little bit more so it's facing more towards the front, it'll be more functional, if that makes any sense to you. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. I actually no, I'm not gonna go. Let me speak really quickly about this. I am in love, okay, in love with the patio I've done outside. I'm not very good at doing backyards and exteriors. I feel like I make the same backyard every time, where it's like it's partly patio, partly grass, and then some kids' toys areas. This, I was like, I didn't know what to put in the backyard, because I was like, there's no kids in this house, because there's only one bedroom, so you probably wouldn't have kids unless the kids sleeping on the couch. So I was very confused. I was like, okay, well, we'll embrace the party, like, entertainment aspect, because I feel like that's what adults do, is entertain. So I ended up adding this really kind of somewhat, not really grand, but somewhat grand, like, cooking corner here with all the island tables. There's a sink. There's 2 tables merged together to look like one massive table. There's also a fire pit with some couches connected to the fire pit. Of course, there's a hot tub once you get onto the ground level floor, or I guess higher platform. And then there's the pool, and then across from the pool is this green grass patio, or green, like, grassy area, like side yard. For a basketball hoop, I ended up adding a cute little corner. I love adding the kids shelf Like it has like the octagonal kid shelf. I love using that shelf and then adding basketballs and soccer balls in it and using it outdoors. I just think it looks cool. And then I also ended up adding a couple of planter boxes as per usual with the plantain tree. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there was anything else like major that I add besides that. So yeah, now that I've explained that I'm severely in love with the backyard, let me know what you guys think about the backyard in the comments down below. I really hope you guys like this video. Like I said, make sure to check out Nardvillain. He's a great YouTuber. I like watching his videos. His channel is growing so amazingly quickly, and yeah. So I will see you guys next time. As always, if you like the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you like me, hit the subscribe button. And if you really like me and be posted every time I post a video, go ahead and hit that bell button. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you next time.